Our solar system is a mystery. Scientists have been trying to unravel its hidden secrets for centuries. There are various theories and hypotheses about the solar system, but in recent years, the most intriguing one has been the Nibiru planet theory. We need to understand that the solar system is of immense proportions, encompassing the outer solar system, gas giants, and hypothetical planets. It extends from Jupiter's orbit at $5.20 to the Kuiper belt at $50. Many researchers believe that there are undiscovered planets in our solar system, especially in its outer regions. In recent years, there has been an increasing interest in the possibility of Planet X, or Nibiru, a hidden planet believed to orbit in the distant regions of our solar system beyond the Sun. To unravel this mystery, we need to understand the background of this theory and the evidence supporting it. This video will further explore the Nibiru planet theory and attempt to answer some of the most frequently asked questions about it. Firstly, if you have just discovered our channel, I kindly request you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Moving forward, please accompany me with your comments. Your thoughts will be beneficial in shaping upcoming videos, my friends. Thank you all very much in advance. Let's start with the topic of dwarf planets. What are dwarf planets, and could Nibiru be one of them? Most people are familiar with the planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. However, there are three main types of planets: gas giants, terrestrial planets, and dwarf planets. A gas giant planet is a massive planet primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. Terrestrial planets are small, rocky worlds like Earth. Dwarf planets are a new class of planets defined by the International Astronomical Union, IAU, in 2006. They are similar to terrestrial planets but much smaller and often have irregular shapes. Nibiru is sometimes referred to as a dwarf planet or mini Neptune because it is believed to be a small, icy world similar to Neptune or Pluto. However, unfortunately, there is no scientific evidence supporting the existence of Nibiru, and most astronomers believe that it does not exist. The name Nibiru originates from the ancient Babylonian culture, first mentioned in cuneiform tablets written by Sumerian priests around 1200 BC. The tablets describe a planet with a 3,600-year orbital period in the outer solar system. This planet was referred to as Marduk, Nibiru, or Planet X. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union, IAU, created a new category of planets called dwarf planets. Pluto was the first world to be classified as a dwarf planet. There had been debates for a long time about whether Pluto should be classified as a planet or not. Many astronomers believed it was too small to be considered a planet. The International Astronomical Union's, IAU, definition of a dwarf planet is an object that orbits the Sun and has enough mass to become nearly round, but it has not cleared its orbit of other debris. This means that a dwarf planet does not gravitationally dominate its neighborhood, attracting all smaller objects, asteroids, comets, etc., into its orbit. Since its discovery in 1930, Pluto had been considered the ninth planet in our solar system. However, after the decision of the International Astronomical Union to reclassify it as a dwarf planet, our solar system now officially has only 8 planets. There are currently 5 known dwarf planets in the solar system, but as new worlds are discovered, their names and numbers may change. The Kuiper belt is a region in the outer solar system beyond Neptune, thought to contain thousands of small, icy worlds similar to Pluto. Some astronomers believe that there could be undiscovered planets in the Kuiper belt, and one or more of these worlds could be Nibiru. Nibiru is claimed to be an invisible planet that orbits around our Sun. Our solar system is believed to have 9 planets, but if Nibiru is included, there would be 10. Is Nibiru a real planet or fiction? geologist Mike Brown from the California Institute of Technology believes that Nibiru does not exist. He spent many years searching for a hidden planet beyond Neptune but never found any evidence of such a world. Brown thinks that if there were a 10th planet in our solar system, it would have been discovered by now, as numerous studies in the past few decades would have detected the so-called Planet X. The challenge in finding Planet X lies in its immense distance from Earth, making it very faint and difficult to observe. Additionally, it would move slowly across the sky, further complicating its detection. The hypothetical planet would also have an extremely long orbit, taking thousands or even millions of years to complete one revolution around the Sun. These factors would make it difficult to locate as its position would change significantly over time. A scientist named Jean Matisse from Louisiana University in Lafayette believes that Nibiru could be a brown dwarf. A brown dwarf is a type of star with a core too small to sustain hydrogen fusion. This means it might not be bright enough to be visible without a powerful telescope. Distant objects like Sedna and 2012 VP-113, discovered in recent years, are considered brown dwarfs. Matisse suggests that a brown dwarf could be orbiting around our Sun at a distance about 100,000 times farther than the Earth-Sun distance. This would place it well beyond the orbit of Neptune. He even calculated the proposed planet's orbit and estimated when it might pass by Earth next. According to Matisse's calculations, Nibiru should be visible in the night sky around the year 2046. However, other scientists are not certain about the existence of Nibiru. They point out that there is no direct evidence of such a world. There have been no images of Nibiru, and no one has found any indirect evidence of its existence, such as gravitational effects on other objects in the solar system. Some people believe that Nibiru is not a real planet, but rather a hoax. They think the story was fabricated to sell books or gain attention. They argue that there is no scientific evidence supporting the existence of Nibiru, and the idea is considered pseudoscience. So, at this stage, a question arises, considering the tablets written by the ancient Babylonian and Sumerian priests that indicate the existence of Nibiru, which tablets should we believe in, and which tablets should we not believe in? We must bravely answer this question. As I have mentioned in my previous videos, we tend not to believe in things that don't suit us. Let's continue, dear friends. Let's make a list. Let's talk about 10 hidden facts supporting the existence of planet Nibiru. When we discuss the undiscovered planet Nibiru, we are referring to a massive object orbiting around our Sun. It is often referred to as Planet X or Nemesis. There are many hidden pieces of evidence supporting the existence of Nibiru. Let's list 10 of them. Firstly, Nibiru is not the 9th planet. Lately, there has been a lot of excitement about the possible existence of a massive hidden planet in the outer solar system, referred to as the 9th planet. However, Nibiru is not the 9th planet. If Nibiru were there, it would be a much larger object easily visible in the night sky. The 9th planet and Nibiru share similar characteristics. But they are two distinct objects. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for Nibiru is its appearance as if it were in orbit around our Sun. There are several theories on how this could be possible. However, the most likely scenario is that Nibiru is part of a binary system consisting of two stars orbiting around each other. The lost planet Nemesis is considered to be one of the stars in this binary system, while Nibiru is believed to be a brown dwarf planet. Nibiru is estimated to be 4 times the size of Earth and twice the size of Jupiter. It is so massive that it would have a significant gravitational effect on the planets in our solar system, if Nibiru were to pass close to Earth. It would cause devastation on our planet. The predicted Nibiru planet would lead to earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and extreme weather conditions. Nibiru has an elongated orbit. Nibiru takes approximately 3,600 years to complete its orbit around our Sun. This is much longer than any known planet in our solar system. The long orbit of Nibiru is one of the major reasons why it is so difficult to find. Outer planets like Neptune and Pluto in our solar system have much longer orbits than Nibiru, but they are easier to locate because they are closer to our Sun. The Kuiper Belt is a region in space beyond Neptune, believed to contain comets and other icy objects. Some researchers believe that Nibiru is located within the Kuiper Belt, which explains why it is so challenging to find. Nibiru has a comet-like tail. The elusive planet would be hidden among other objects in the Kuiper Belt. One of the most extraordinary things about Nibiru is that it appears to have a tail, similar to that of a comet. This tail is believed to be composed of dust and debris pulled from Nibiru by the gravitational force of our Sun. Nibiru appears much brighter in infrared light than in visible light. This is another indication that Nibiru may be part of a binary system consisting of two stars. The bright infrared emissions are thought to originate from a brown dwarf star within the system referred to as Planet X. Nibiru has a high orbital eccentricity. Orbital eccentricity is a measure of how elliptical an orbit is. Nibiru has a very high orbital eccentricity, which means its orbit is highly elongated. This is another clue that Nibiru may be part of a binary system. Nibiru is believed to be approaching Earth. It is predicted to pass by our planet in 2029, but some researchers believe it could be earlier, around 2046. Nibiru's approach would have catastrophic consequences for our planet. The large object would cause earthquakes, tsunamis, and extreme weather conditions. Nibiru has already affected Earth. Some researchers believe that Nibiru has already influenced Earth. They point out that in recent years, there have been more earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Additionally, they believe that Nibiru could be responsible for the mass extinction of dinosaurs. So, does this explanation indicate that Nibiru is currently very close to Earth? If it were to come very close to our planet, what effects could it have on Earth? We all know that the gravitational force of the Sun affects any object in space. But what if there were a large enough object with gravity that could start to affect our solar system? Yes, we are talking about the legendary Planet X or Nibiru. So, what could be the potential effects on Earth if this planet were to come very close to our planet? In the first stage, the gravitational force of Planet X would be so immense that it could potentially disrupt Earth's orbit. This would lead to various issues, such as severe climate changes and increased seismic activity. Many planetary scientists believe that if Nibiru were to come close enough to our planet, it could result in the destruction of Earth. However, some scientists consider Nibiru to be nothing more than a myth. Additionally, the dust and debris that Planet X would initiate as it passes through the solar system would devastate life on Earth. The dust would block the Sun, causing global cooling, and potentially leading to a new ice age. Earth would also be bombarded by comets and asteroids pulled by the gravity of Planet X. This could potentially annihilate all life. Scientists have a reason for being so concerned about this planet, and that's because its existence could have highly destructive consequences. The living beings on Earth, both humans and animals, would have to face many challenges if Nibiru approached our planet and disrupted Earth's orbit. Serious climate changes, increased seismic activity, global cooling, and the extinction of all life on Earth would be possible. Therefore, whether Planet X exists or will come close enough to Earth to have a real impact remains uncertain, but it is something to consider. Who knows, one day we might find ourselves living in a very different solar system. On the other hand, another question arises: why don't scientists believe in Nibiru? Let's try to answer this as much as possible, my friends. There are two groups of scientists. One believes in the existence of the Nibiru planet, while the other is another group of scientists who think otherwise. Let's see the reasons why the second group believes that Nibiru does not exist. The title is, Nobody Has Seen. The most crucial point against the Nibiru catastrophe is that, as of now, nobody has seen the planet. Nancy Leveson first predicted this in 1983. Stargazers have been trying to find it, but they haven't succeeded. All theories about its existence are based on calculations and assumptions, but no one has actually seen the planet. If Nibiru were moving towards Earth, it would be visible to the naked eye. It would be so large and close that everyone would be able to see it, but no one has seen the planet. Outer orbit is clear. There are no objects in the outer orbit that could be Nibiru, they say. The outer orbit is quite empty, and if there were a planet out there, we would have found it by now. If Nibiru existed, NASA and similar organizations would have generated many conspiracy theories by now. Modern technology does not support the existence of Nibiru. There are no images or videos of Nibiru, despite having more cameras and telescopes than ever before. There is no footage of it. If the planet were there, we would have found it. The world space agencies are also firm in their stance that Planet X does not exist. In today's world, keeping a planet, especially one as large as Nibiru, hidden would require a lot of effort or would be impossible to conceal, and they would have given up on the attempt. Nibiru does not affect outer planets. If Nibiru were heading towards Earth, it would have already affected the outer planets. Gravity would have pulled them out of their orbits, and we would have observed changes in their trajectories. However, there have been no such changes in the orbits of the outer planets, which indicates that Planet X, or Nibiru, does not exist. Nibiru cannot explain Earth's axial tilt. Some people believe that the changing tilt of Earth's axis is due to the gravitational effects of Nibiru. However, this seems unlikely because Earth's axial tilt does not change. It is the changing orbit of the Earth, which is caused by the gravitational effects of the Sun and the Moon. No one has found X planet in the Kuiper belt. It is not possible for Nibiru to be seen in the Kuiper belt, where it is supposed to be. Scientists say, if Nibiru were there, someone would have surely found it by now. The absence of a second sun. Some people believe that when Nibiru approaches Earth, it would be accompanied by a second sun. This is because Nibiru is supposed to be a brown dwarf star. However, there seems to be no sighting of a second sun, which further supports the idea that Nibiru does not exist. All these reasons presented by the second group of scientists clearly indicate that Nibiru is merely a myth and does not exist. However, many researchers are still working. And perhaps in the future, they might find some evidence to prove the existence of the planet Nibiru. So, if the Sumerian priests found it, today's scientists with our current technology will surely find it. Or do you think they will be able to find it? So, how is Nibiru depicted in Hollywood? Nibiru is commonly portrayed as a red planet in popular culture. It is sometimes referred to as Planet X or Nemesis. In the 1996 science fiction film Independence Day, a spacecraft heading towards Earth is referred to as the Mothership. In the 2005 film War of the Worlds, an invading force from Mars is known as the Martians. The 2009 film 2012 features a different planet colliding with Earth, causing worldwide destruction. Nibiru has also appeared in various video games, including Spore, 2008, Mass Effect 3, 2012, and No Man's Sky, 2016. When Nibiru was first introduced, it was often compared to the fictional planet Krypton from comics and films. Nibiru conspiracy theories. Many researchers and enthusiasts have become interested in the Nibiru conspiracy theory. There are several theories surrounding the hypothetical planet known as Nibiru or Planet X. Let's take a look at a few of them. Mike Brown's theory. Mike Brown, a planetary scientist at Caltech, is one of the prominent researchers on the topic of Nibiru. He has been searching for the planet for over a decade. In 2012, He wrote a book titled, How I Killed Pluto and Why It Had It Coming, where he talks about his quest to find the 9th planet in our solar system. He also addresses the debate surrounding the reclassification of Pluto as a dwarf planet. Brown believes there is a real possibility that Nibiru exists and will be found one day. Wright's theory. Tabitha Boyajian, also known as Tabby, is an astronomer at Yale University. She is one of the leading researchers on KIC 846-2852, a star also referred to as Tabby's star. In 2015, she and her team claimed that the star experienced irregular dimming events. Some believe that these dimming events could be caused by an alien megastructure such as a Dyson sphere. Others speculate that an extraordinary planet like Nibiru could be responsible for the events. Boyajian and her team continue to study the star to determine the true nature of the phenomenon. Nora's theory. Nora Robertson is a Nibiru researcher and the author of the book Nibiru Planet, The Elusive Planet X. In her book, Robertson discusses her belief that Nibiru is a real planet and will be discovered by astronomers someday. She also wrote an article titled, Is Nibiru Planet Real? Evidence is Mounting, where she claims to have found several pieces of evidence supporting the existence of Nibiru. Nancy Lieder's theory. The Nibiru doomsday myth was also introduced by Nancy Lieder, who claims to be an alien contactee, declaring communication with extraterrestrials from the Zeta Reticuli star system through an implant in her brain. According to her claims, these extraterrestrials warned her about an impending disaster caused by the fictional planet Nibiru. However, scientists and astronomers have thoroughly debunked the myth. Yes, dear friends, that's the situation. Today, no one can definitively say whether the Nibiru planet exists. However, an increasing body of evidence suggests that there may be clues waiting to be discovered. Astrologers, astronomers, and other researchers have all presented compelling arguments for its existence. Even if Nibiru is not real, the possibility of its existence has led to some fascinating theories and discoveries about our solar system. The search for Planet X continues, and who knows, one day it might appear before us. Until then, I believe the debate will persist. So, what do you think? Do you believe Nibiru truly exists somewhere out there as described above? Or do you think it's simply a group of hype or nonsense without any real basis? Please, join me with your comments and thoughts. So, have you ever heard of Zecharia Sitchin's Nibiru theories? This researcher, who uses Sumerian tablets as a source, evaluates Nibiru a bit differently and has different types of evidence. If you're curious, stay tuned for the next video. Because I will be reading his Nibiru book line by line for you, my friends. I highly recommend not missing it. I am Lonely Human. We continue to uncover mysteries together. See you again.